What up, gangline? Carolina Jackpot time coming at you. It's Wednesday morning. Happy hump day to you. Kind of overcast, cloudy today. Maybe it won't be too hot and unbearable for you. So, Gamecocks baseball team yesterday, apparently last night, I didn't watch, lost 2-1 to the Florida Gators in the SEC tournament in Hoover, Alabama. Season is over with. South Carolina finishes the season with a losing record. I believe they're 26-27, 27-28, something like that. If I'm not mistaken, they're one game under 500. They've had 4 losing seasons since 1964, and this is one of them. Last time they had a losing season was 1996. God, imagine that. A kid born in 1996 is 26 years old today. Just to put that in perspective for you. That's bad. We've reached a new low. Real weird season. Sit out here, lost virtually all of their midweek games. Didn't matter who they were playing, pretty much. But the midweek game they played against North Carolina, who actually was formidable competition, they thumped them. So it doesn't make any sense. I mean, you're sitting out here getting swept by terrible teams like Clem Dump. Yet you're winning series against teams like Texas, which I don't know where they're ranked right now. I know they were pretty high. I think they were ranked number 1 when South Carolina actually took 2 of 3 from them. They weren't for long, but they took 2 or 3 from Vanderbilt when they were very highly ranked at the beginning of the season. And it just swept Alabama. It didn't make any sense at all. No sense whatsoever. And hopefully I'll be able to watch South Carolina baseball again next year. I really hope that I'm able to, because I'm telling you what, I'm not. If this Mark Clown Bucket Kingston is retained as the head coach, I'm not watching. I'm just not going to do it. Everybody's like, he's got a $2 million buyout, and we're still on the hook for Muschamp. Not still on the hook for Muschamp. Muschamp was paid off. Muschamp was paid off. Whoever says that South Carolina's still on the hook for Muschamp, that's incorrect. He was paid off. Whatever. I mean, just get rid of him. You got the money to do it. Get it. What are you losing more at? No fans showing up to your 8,000-9,000 seat baseball stadium that was once full every weekend to see a good product. Now, they can't hit the ball. Just terrible all year long. Just terrible at the plate all year long. They had some decent pitching at times. Yeah, I know they dealt with some injuries. Well, you know what? Everybody deals with injuries. If you're a big boy program and a big boy conference, you should have enough depth on your bench where you can deal with some injuries, and that does not just totally fucking derail your whole season and afford you a losing freaking season. I just don't get it. Absolutely horrible. But hopefully today's the day, and they'll cut his strings, or at least by the end of the week, because I'm ready to watch the baseball team play again next year. But I'm not watching an inning of it. He's the head coach. He's that just left that much of a bad taste in my mouth. He is the Will Muschamp of the baseball diamond, the dugout, however you want to put it there. So there's that. And you also sit there and say, "We're Carolina Jackpot. Do you trust Ray Tanner to make a hire? He's made some bad ones." I trust more that Ray Tanner will screw up and hire the right person than I do keeping this idiot and him being successful. I trust that more. Because it looks like Ray Tanner hired a decent football coach with Shane Beamer, right? And I'm still I'm on the fence there. The writing's still it's not a story that's been written yet, we should say. Okay, I mean, he had a couple of upset wins last year, and then won a bowl game, and has pulled some decent people out of the transfer portal and gave some good press conferences. That's all we've done so far. But I mean, it's much more of a positive direction than we were heading in the previous 3-4 years. So it looks to be a good hire. Looks to be so far, but we don't know yet. We don't know yet. This year's going to tell a lot about how that will play out, in my opinion. But it doesn't matter. I mean, I trust more that Ray Tanner will screw up and hire a decent baseball coach than I do keeping Mark Kingston on. Because anybody can have a good day at work when you're not a great employee. Like, I don't think Ray Tanner's a great athletic director by any means, but I mean, he can do something right every once in a while, just like Joe Blow at your workplace, you know, who's constantly late, constantly stumbling over himself, screwing stuff up, but every once in a while, when you need him to, he comes through for you and gets the job done. So there's that. Anyway, gang, that's all I got to say about that. I will see you all later. Appreciate you. Peace. I'm out. And okay, cut. Woo! Fire that son of a bitch.